Alright, may as well finish hardcore racing here. White Lightning has no handling. I'm gonna stick with Zipper. No gadgets, no cones. All you have to do is just race. So, I mean, we'll see. Maybe I should have taken the fastest bike. Then we'll see how it goes. So isn't hardcore one word? It's a strange way to say it. Always reminds me of like press releases when they like botch words like that all the time. Yeah, the king's a bitch in this game. Thing is, like, I don't know if we're fast enough to beat him or not, because he's always in first. And we'll hope that we can. Do you think you get some drift boost? Hard to really say. Sure seems like it. That's a shortcut too. Nah, it's not. I always think that there's a shortcut on these tracks, but it doesn't really seem like there is one. Yeah, I think your bike choice and everything else is going to come into play more on the higher difficulty levels, but I could be wrong. This could be just a cakewalk the whole time. Get outside? That doesn't even make sense to me, but alright. So there is kind of a shortcut up there. Nobody else has even come close to finishing yet. That's crazy. What's odd to me is like it seemed like everybody was pretty close to me, and then they were all just gone away, and that was it. Should have probably tried to install this game to the hard drive or something. I don't know that that would have made too much of a difference, but probably worth a try. Back to this one. Let's start in the back. Funny because they just knock themselves out. You don't even have to do anything to them. really like the aesthetics of this game. Even though it's utter trash, they made it look pretty cool. I don't know, there's just something about early 2000s, mid 2000s games. Bright and vibrant a lot of the time until we got, deeper into this era with all the puke green kind of deals. It's like Gears of War and Resistance and all those games, but I think coming out of the PS2 era, there's a lot of games like this. This actually reminds me a lot of like a Tony Hawk level. I think that's what I was trying to get at there when I was thinking about things. I was like, where have I seen something like this before? That's exactly it. Damn it. No. Oh, this one's only 3 laps too. That's good. Subservient Chicken has to be one of the best names. I wonder if, like, they did a similar promotion today, if people would take to it, like if they gave you a download code or something with your meal for a little game like this. I wonder if people would care. Nice. King's Garden. Always do pretty well on this map. It's got a nice flow to it. We must win a race with every one of the mascots. Well, I'll have to do that at some point. That is an achievement. I would imagine that at some point Xbox Live is going to turn off the ability to get achievements on these disc-based 360 games that aren't backwards compatible. So I am trying to slowly get through some of them that I still want to play or are quick to play, like this game. I just don't know how that would go over with the audience if they took that away, because like I've got such a backlog that there's no way I'm ever going to be able to just get through it all. Even if I have years, I still have modern things I want to play, obviously, and there's only so much time in a week. I don't have that much of a lead this time. It's building a little bit, but still right on my tail. I've always felt like in racing games, if you're racing well, you're not making mistakes, like you should be able to be in first. There's some games like Need for Speed with the rubber banding that's just awful. You know, that's really turned me off of some of the Need for Speed games in the past. Although I've played most of them. I just miss Burnout, man. Burnout was my game. I want to play it on the channel at some point. I'm just a little annoyed that it'll have to be without music, because that's half the game there, really. I don't know. Part of me wishes you could just like license out songs for stuff like that. Like, if it's in a video game, let me license it cheaper. It's not like I'm trying to use your music. I'm just trying to play it as it was intended to be played. You license that music for that game, so... That's why, like, I had the mixtape playthrough on here. I just decided that, you know, I was going to leave the music in no matter what, because you're taking the whole experience away if you're taking that out of that game. I feel like that with a lot of games. It's unfortunate, but it's gotten worse and worse, too. I mean, I know there's ways around it at times, but I've also had copyright strikes, especially on, like, Horizon 5, for songs that weren't even from the person that was copyright striking it, so it's another thing you have to worry about all the time on YouTube, unfortunately. Oh, we're getting through this pretty quick, actually. I'm surprised. I feel like the first time we went through this, like, the races took a long time. But now that I kind of, like, understand what the game's all about, it's pretty simple. It was weird with the cones and everything at first. Like, I didn't know what those were. In regular races, their boost. In some races, their weapon. I mean, they could have done that a much better way, I'm sure. I'm glad that there's at least 5 tracks on this game, so it's not too monotonous. It's still monotonous, but... This one I might lose. He gets stuck on a lot of stuff on this one. And King is really good on this one. I don't know what it is about him, but, like, he just boosts. Like, you know how far ahead he is already. But he does stuff like that where it kind of helps you out. It's the thing I'm interested to see with the AI. Do they take better routes on higher difficulties, or are they always dumb? Speaking of dumb, that was pretty dumb. Whoa, what? Should I take the shortcut? Alright, I see. Ah. Okay, we're having our first bit of issue here. Again. And it's kind of crazy because I don't feel like I drove poorly on that lap. Just take that corner wrong though. Shit. Yeah, we could be in for a tough one here. I'll take second, I don't care, but definitely not third and fourth. No idea where the king even is. Oh, this guy. Oh, that's bad. Tried to take a shortcut and really did something stupid there. I was so dumb. I might have screwed myself for this race with that. Get out of here. Get out of here. Like you guys. Oh, third. Looks like it might be all we're getting. Yep. Damn. Alright, King. I see you. All comes down to this. Can we do it? I think we can. But I do know that this is a difficult track. I think if we get first or second, we'll get first, but I didn't even really pay attention to the points, so I think we have 28. Something like that. It's going to be close. Probably closer than I'd like, to be honest, but, you know. Let's do this. 3 laps. Dude, I missed the tender crisp. The sandwich was so good. Probably haven't had it for 15 years. I don't really frequent Burger King a ton. But, I did enjoy that one. Remember back in the day, going to Blockbuster, I would walk there after work because it was fairly close. And I would go to BK and I would go to Blockbuster and grab some games. I used to like buy a lot of their pre-owned games at that point because they had tons of pre-owned games. But that didn't last very long. So this was about 2009. I think the next, 2 years after that, they started going out of business, so good times there. I got a lot of PS3 and 360 games there. Really beefed up my 360 library because I was a PS3 guy at first. So I ended up getting stuff like Infamous there, and Uncharted I bought there, Killzone 2. But then the 360 stuff, I mean, I got a lot of the 360 exclusives like Halo 3 and Gears and all that. And King is not gonna let this go without a fight, man. Yeah, I miss Blockbuster. I just miss rental stores in general, not necessarily just Blockbuster. It's crazy to think how Sony's gonna get rid of physical discs now too. It just, yeah, hits keep coming. Man, he is so close to us right now. It's not good. It's so not good. Oh no, we keep screwing up that corner. I think he did too. At least it seems like he did. Yeah. Beat him. He was only a second or so behind us, so props to the king. And that'll do it for our hardcore 50cc tournament. Some new bikes and everything, so that'll be fun to see next time when we try this. So stay tuned for that.